You may be wondering what I like to make when I'm not burning stuff on purpose. This fig and bacon flatbread is one of my favorite dishes that I make in the late summertime when my neighbor's tree is bursting with figs. Get about 7 or 8 big figs and slice each one of them into 4 pieces. You're going to use them like pepperoni. I'll write out these instructions in the description box below, but it's more of a how-to than a real recipe. By the time you're done, you'll end up with an Americanized version of tarte flambée or flamencuche from the French region of Alsace. My cousins would roll their eyes at me for adding figs to this, but hey, I'm American, we can get away with it. Instead of a sauce, you need something light and creamy. Here I'm mixing ricotta with a little bit of sour cream to thin it out. If you have creme fraiche, you could use that too, but it's kind of expensive, so this is a cheaper way of doing it. In a pinch, some Alfredo sauce would probably even work. You can season this if you'd like, with a little Parmesan cheese, garlic powder, black pepper, anything that you think would go well with these flavors. Just mix up about half a cup of this until it's well combined. Go ahead and preheat the oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. For the crust, I'm using a simple store-bought puff pastry. It was in the refrigerator section, so all I needed to do was unwrap and unwind it. If it's frozen, let it thaw and then put it on a cookie sheet. Spread out your ricotta mixture and take it all the way to each edge of the pastry. Lay out the fig slices so that everybody gets a little bit with each bite. Don't worry about being precise, a lot more is going to go on top of this. Once you've got the figs exactly where you want them, go ahead and load it all up with crumbled bacon. Here I'm using some pre-cooked bacon that I heated up and chopped up into little pieces. As a side note, I'm just showing you the important steps of this recipe. I ascribe to the adult learning theory that says you don't need to see every single thing that happens in order to make this meal occur. Unlike some creators who think that everything needs to be done live, I'm not going to make you sit around and wait for 20 or 30 minutes until this is baked. You're welcome. Another important element is the shredded cheese. I'm using a Swiss and Gruyere mix, and I believe that a nutty taste is good here. You don't want to go with something bland like mozzarella or something too oily like cheddar. So stick to the Swiss family, or even go so far as maybe a smoked Gouda. Once you've got it all covered, bake it at 425 for about 15 minutes. Then take it out, re-season a little bit, and put it back in at 350 until it's done. All in all, it should take no longer than 25 to 30 minutes. You want it to look crispy, but be done on the bottom as well. When you're using puff pastry, this is actually just as good reheated as it is on day one. If you can't find figs, or this seems too sweet for you, just try it with bacon, onions, and cheese. It's good that way too. Just make sure you're using sweet onions and you slice them very thinly. Drop me a line in the comments and let me know if you try this out. I hope you enjoyed this recipe for flatbread, my way.